all my fans and me to interact, make art and have fun. It's a one-man show and entirely free. I do it every single week except some. I'm waiting to go, it's all live and online, so you should stick around and say hello. Are you feeling creative? Cause now's the time. Welcome to the Most Week Show. Hello. I am Notme. I am art, and I am here with you right now. We are here together in the same time and the same digital space. If I were with you physically, I would show my appreciation for you physically, with a hug, with a kiss, or with a hearty tap on the shoulder. I'm not, so the best I can do is to raise a glass to you. This is just a glass of simple tap water. They say that you should drink 8 sips of tap water a day, which seems like quite a lot, but that's what I'm going for anyway. So here's to you, here's to me, here's to the Holy Three. Cheers. So, what is the Most Week Show? Well, it is a fantastic Livetainment extravaganza featuring lots of different projects, lots of different segments, lots of different expressions of art, some of which you can get involved with, some of which you just need to sit there and let wash over you. You'll notice we've got this incredible ticker going along here. What does this mean? Family simile, as big as. Well, let's go to the family simile as big as, shall we? And let's work out what's going on. Let's do a fun transition with this. Whoa! Can you believe that? I can't. So the family simile is a fantastic way for you guys to get involved with the show. Every week I shall provide a simile for you to complete here. As big as is this week's simile. I like to use a lot of creativity in my everyday life. I live artfully, and I hope you guys do the same too. This is just an opportunity for you to show that. Similes are a great way for us to do that. You could just say as big as a, whatever, something simple, as big as a house. Yeah, you could use that, but you could go further. You could go deeper. Okay, and so I invite you to make suggestions for what might be an interesting way to visit as big as. As an example, you might say, as big as the sun's father. Okay, so that's a nice double meaning. The sun as in the sun, which is pretty big in and of itself. But then its father, S-O-N, is... Yeah? So whenever you feel like it, across the entire show, this will be, the ticker's further down now, but whenever you want to join in, please feel free and just say as big as whatever, and then at the end I'll pick a winner and then you'll be the winner. Fun things, right? So let's go to our first segment. And this is going to be a familiar one to some people, but with a slightly different vibe to it. This is called Well Done You.
I give props cause though I'm great, there's lots of art I see that's made by artists that are almost but not quite as good as me. I am a giver, super selfless, gather round to see just who will get the most sought after.
Okay, so that clearly didn't work very well. Obviously, first week, still a couple of technical issues, but we're still having lots of fun, right? So basically, Well Done You is the replacement, is the updating for Artist of the Week. Basically, I need to take you back a little bit with this one. Whilst this is the first episode of the Most Week Show, it really is an evolution of an idea that began last year called Live Updates, where I would go on Facebook Live and Instagram Live to tell people what I had coming up each week. Like, hey guys, you can look forward to a haiku about pie this week, or hey guys, check out this video about me throwing a ball and then catching the ball again, both of which are real examples. But then I started adding different elements to it, including the precursor to this very segment, Artist of the Week. And then before long, the update was its own thing. It started to get a lot of momentum behind it. But no thanks to Facebook. Week after week, the live connection would drop out. Things would be all fuzzy. It does this thing where when you start a live video and it asks you to give it a title. What's the title of this live video? And you start typing it in. Then it types it in backwards, which sounds ridiculous, but it's way true. And then there's this other annoying thing where when somebody comments, it doesn't automatically bring that comment to the top of the comments. So if you want to see the most recent comments, you have to constantly scroll up yourself, like it's the 1850s or something. It's a flipping mess. But all the way through this, if Facebook was letting me down, Instagram was my rock. Through good times, through bad times, Instagram was there with sick resolution and portrait aspect ratio, which is kind of edgy, I think. But then I get an email from Instagram telling me that my account is being disabled because I had paid for followers, which is against the rules. Now, there's two things to note here. One, I never paid for anything of the sort. I didn't even know that you could do that. And if I had known, we'll never know, because now I do know about it and I know that it's against the rules, so I'm not going to do it. Number two, this email arrived on Christmas Day. There I was, about to tuck into some delicious Christmas morning breakfast chocolate, and that email stabbed me in the heart. Okay, it literally hurt my heart. I got a sharp stabbing pain, although my eggnog heavy diet around that point could have been a factor in that, come to think of it. So I can't necessarily say that was entirely down to the email. But imagine my surprise when, bummed out by my Christmas betrayal, I am searching around online, just miserable over the festive period. And I stumble upon something that I think they tried to keep secret. And they didn't want you and, by extension us, the little people, to know. They just wanted to kind of keep it under wraps. But here's the thing. Facebook owns Instagram. They're the same company. And so I was like, oh my God, all of these bad things that are happening with my live streamings are happening from the same company, essentially, the same person. I felt like Sidney Prescott must have felt in Scream 3 when she realised that the same person was behind the events of all three films to that point. Spoiler alert. So this week's Well Done You is very simply Mark Zuckerberg. Mr. Zuckerberg, if I can address you directly, because I'm confident that you're tuning in, you tried to sabotage me for some reason, probably because you were worried that my art was getting too raw, too powerful. But all you did was spur me on, okay? You created an environment so toxic, it forced me to move on, grow up, and create this. Yeah? The most week show, the most incredible Livetainment extravaganza of all time. So to you, Mr. Zuckerberg, I raise a glass and I say, well done you. Woo! Sorry, I didn't mean to get that to get quite so heated. Let's go on to our next segment. That was a barnstormer. Well done you there. That was a barnstormer. Let's get on to the next one, which again, long-time fans of the show might recognise. Here we go.
When and what and who and why is she for real? Am I going to die? Whose genes are these? How big is a crow? If you ask not me, then you'll know.
Good gracious, yeah, that's not working at all. Okay, so we're going to have to maybe change these up for next week. We're all learning, aren't we? Ask Not Me is very simply the evolution from the live updates of the Q&A section. Just got to say a huge shout out to Monkey Pigsy, who is the first to offer a suggestion for our family simile. So well done, Monkey Pigsy. Well done you. So you should get a well done you as well. Gosh, it's all falling together as if I've worked this out perfectly. Ask Notme is basically a Q&A. You can submit questions in the comments. You can submit questions Instagram, Facebook, at I am Notme, I am art. Slide into my DMs if you wish. Or you can just go old school and send an email. I am Notme, I am art at gmail.com. Okay? That's what this guy did. So I'm checking it out on my iPad device. It's just a tablet. It's just a tablet. Nothing to be too impressed with. Let's start off. Dear Notme, I was hoping you could help me with an issue of mine. Probably. Growing up, my mom, probably an American, was a very strict disciplinarian, especially when it came to food. We always ate incredibly healthily, with zero processed food, lots of vegetables and pulses, and lots of broth. Okay, so this is sounding like some kind of tragedy already, which is absolutely fine, and my heart goes out to you. We're going to solve this problem, okay? I didn't even eat a McDonald's until I was 15 and I went to the mall with my friends. Oh my gosh. I eat a McDonald's like 3 or 4 times a week. How could you? Thoughts and prayers. Wow. When I did get that level of independence, I went too far, would often gorge myself on fast food. Okay, so this is a classic overeating type scenario. This is what we're going to tackle. Okay, we're going to do it. Since leaving home, I've managed to establish a much healthier relationship with food, and especially junk food. Okay, so it's not a just get to the point. This Christmas just gone, I stayed at home with my mom for the first time in a couple years. Should be an of in there. I know colloquially it's more couple years or couple things is more acceptable in America, but that doesn't mean it's right. I regressed to my old ways and would find excuses to sneak out to fast food places to cram some food in my mouth. I thought I'd beaten this thing, but I'm finding it super difficult to disassociate my mom and fast food from my sense of independence. Do you have any advice? And that's from Morgan Hiller. P.S. I really like the format of your live updates on Sundays. I hope you never change the format. That's a disappointing message to receive today. Okay, so Morgan, thank you so much for that question. I really do appreciate you getting involved with that. Now, I need to write down your question here, but I can't write all of that. So I have summarized it thusly: how do I lose my McDonald's weight? Now, McDonald's weight is something that I have some experience with. In terms of losing weight, the big options are, of course, healthy eating and exercise. The issue I have with those is motivation, because they are both boring and disgusting. There's a popular phrase that lots of weight loss people use, which is nothing tastes as good as looking good feels, which is a statement that is effective just by virtue of it being so outrageously incorrect that it kind of interrupts people's usual mental faculties, much like the DiGiorno adverts, where they say, obviously oven pizza is miles better than delivery pizza. Now, it's obviously not. We all know that, but it kind of throws you simply because it's so wrong. You start thinking, wait, should I buy DiGiorno's? What's going on? So be careful, is my first piece of advice. No, instead, I like to work on the motivation part. You're going to have to eat healthily. You're going to have to do exercise, but what's the cause? What's the reason? What's the goal? Just being slim, not enough. Not enough. Because looking good doesn't feel as good as a lot of things taste. Chips. So what I like to do is work on the motivation part by completing these things incidentally through art. It's a process that I like to call slimpressionism. I've done a series of videos on slimpressionism. It can be found on my Facebook. Although, actually, no, let's move away from Facebook at this stage. Flippin' Zuckerberg. It's probably better on my YouTube channel. I'm sure that's not owned by somebody as heartless as Mr. Zuckerberg. But as an example of what slimpressionism is and what slimpressionism work can be, let's actually move on to the next feature of today's show. It's a brand new segment that I like to call Art Bet. And if it's anything like the other ones, the transition here is going to go terribly.
Art Bet! To challenge yourself is artistic. Art Bet! I'll give you options you can pick. Art Bet! Take a guess, see if you won. Art Bet! It's not for money, just for fun. Art Bet!
Okay, so that one worked better, aside from the little bit at the end. Gosh, this whole streaming thing's a strange little beast, isn't it? So what is an art bet? Well, as the opening titles there told you, very effectively, I feel, an art bet is... it's very artistic to set yourself challenges, so I shall be setting a challenge each show for myself or somebody else to complete, and then you'll have to bet on how well they do. So that it's not for, as it says. That's a really great opening title theme. It really kind of sets it all out on Front Street. It's not for money. It's just something for you to do on your own. You can comment on it if you wish, or if you'd prefer just to kind of push on, then that's absolutely fine. Just keep it to yourself. So without further ado, it's probably best to explain it through doing it. Let's see what the first art bet is all about. Over to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Today's challenge will be undertaken by Notme. At the start of the challenge, I shall press start here on this stopwatch type situation brought to us by the fine people at online-stopwatch.com, at which point I shall run. Follow me, cameraman George. At which point I shall run down here. I'll take a left. See this door here? I'll go through this door. I head down those stairs. Down those stairs right there. Down and down. Follow me, cameraman George. Down and down. I shall go until I hit the courtyard. When I hit the courtyard, I shall run across the courtyard. Cameraman George, film the courtyard down here. I shall run across the courtyard here. I shall go up an identical set of stairs up there until we get to over here. I shall come out round here and then run round. At which point I shall press stop on the online stopwatch brought to us by the fine people at online-stopwatch.com. That's my challenge. Your art bet is simply, how long will it take me? Back to you, Notme.
Thank you, Notme. So that's the challenge. That's Notme's challenge. That's what he'll be doing. But you guys need to bet on how well he's going to do. Now, you can't make that decision right now because you don't know all the variables. So let's think about some things to consider. Oh no, that's not working very well, is it? That needs to be okay. So we're going to have to sort this out. Apologies, because then that doesn't work because that's okay. There we go. That's perfect. That's all worked, and I've done that on the fly. So well done, me. So things to consider. Let's consider some things. The courtyard is on the 3rd floor. I live on the 7th, so we're going down 4 floors. So I'm going to be down 4 floors to the 3rd floor, then up 4 floors to the 7th floor. I live on the 7th floor. It's the top floor. I mean, you could describe it as the penthouse floor. I suppose it's your call. There are 2 flights of stairs per floor. So this isn't just a speed issue. Okay, this isn't just a speed issue. This is running downstairs, and then I'm changing directions. Bish and bosh and bish and bosh. I'm changing directions 8 times on the way down, 8 times on the way up. So this is about agility as much as anything else. Okay? Number 3, I'm heavier than I've ever been thanks to a holiday season of excess. So Morgan, our Ask Not Me participant this week, this one's for you, buddy. You weren't the only one who pigged out over Christmas. I mean, lots of people pig out. It's one of those wonderful things that, you know, we often think of our divisions here. Oh, well, I celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Kwanzaa. I celebrate Panchaganapati. I celebrate Hanukkah. Oh, we're all different. No, because each one of those involves a lot of eating. We're all together. We're all starting off January a little bit heavier than we'd wish. So these are the things to consider. So obviously this weight issue, I mean, it's not an issue, I've got it under control, but it's going to make it easier to go down because there's more weight carrying me down. It's going to make it harder going up, though. So we need to factor that in. What are our options? What are our options? Okay, so minute to minute 20, minute 20 to 40, 40 to 2 minutes, 2 minutes to 220, 220 to 240. Now, when it says a minute to minute 20, as soon as it crosses over to minute 20, 1 minute 20, it could be 1 minute 19.9999999. That's option A. As soon as we go on to 120, it's on to option B. So those second ones are largely, ornamental. They're illustrative, not specific and precise. Okay? So pick your option, whichever one you want to pick. Have we all picked it? Let's do it. So Monkey Pigsy, 54 minutes, 27 seconds. That isn't an option. And that is quite insulting. And I don't appreciate that. It's definitely going to be less than 2 minutes 40. So feel free to change your option, because if you pick an option outside of these, you're really setting yourself up for failure. Because I'm telling you right now, it's definitely within 1 minute, between 1 minute and 2 minutes 40. Okay, so you can change your option if you want, or if you want to continue to insult me, that's absolutely fine. I'm an artist, I can deal with it. TB Douglas goes for D, 2 minutes to 2 minutes 20. Well, we've all made our picks. Let's see how this one works out. Monkey Pigsy won't pick another. It's your funeral, dude.
Good luck, everybody. Cameraman George.
Good luck to you, not me, right? Now, I wasn't sure that it had started there, so that creates a bit of an issue straight off. But then I did peg it off pretty quickly. Probably faster than a lot of you people would have expected. We're already at 20 seconds. There he is across the courtyard. Effortless, still in high spirits. The thumbs up, he's still in high spirits. Oh gosh, now it's the tough one. He's heading up the stairs. 50 seconds. Gosh, the music is adding a lot, isn't it? Woo! Exciting. Boom! Option B. It was option B all along. Look, he's given everything to this. Let's have some words from the winner.
If you won, congratulations. Use this as a sign that this week is going to go your way. God is on your side. If you didn't win, don't worry about it. It's just a silly thing. Doesn't mean anything. Okay.
Look at this guy. He gave you guys everything. What a champion. 1 minute 24. And there it was. There's the first ever art bed. I hope you found that entertaining. I hope you found that fun. We're now moving into... it's 9:30 already. Good gracious. Okay, so this one's going to run a little bit over, but we're all having fun, so it's fine. So let's go, we're going to go to a video exclusive, a video premiere of a video that I did called #MidnightWalk. This is a little reward for you guys. It'll be on YouTube later in the week, but I wanted you guys to see it first. So let's go for that video.
waking from a nap that I started at 3. It's so dark outside, I can barely see, and Jesus in all likelihood needs a wee. Time for a midnight walk. Jesus pees quick, it's all going to plan. We own the night like Robin and Batman. And of course it's cold, it's the middle of January. Midnight walk. I love the coloured lights on the power station, or maybe it's a warning about radiation. If I get superpowers, hope it's levitation. Heroic midnight walk. Should I ask this girl in front on a date? Although, what's her story? Why is she walking so late? Is she more likely my murderer or my soulmate? Romantic midnight walk. The lights in the park give a touch of class, string after string of luminous glass, lighting up a hobo throwing up on the grass. Disgusting. Midnight walk. But then I realized that my head's in a mix. January fooled me, I fell for its tricks. According to the clock, it's only 6:30. It's not a midnight walk.
In my defense, it really looks like midnight, okay? So you can stop giving me the silent treatment. Wow. What a powerful piece of work that was. And fun fact about that, that is a geographically accurate walk. You can actually do that walk from my apartment around in a loop and back to my apartment. So you don't often get that. The family simile winner, no, this side. Family simile winner is Monkey Pixie, as big as a gargantuan killer spydron. So congratulations, Monkey Pixie. I hope lots of other people are just thinking of some. Just thinking of them. Says Grumpy Cat fan. Absolutely, a fan of Grumpy Cat, so well done. Monkey Pixie, as big as a gargantuan killer spydron. I raise my glass to you, or for me it's a mason jar, it's just a slightly cooler way of drinking water. We are running over. So I just want to, let's go for a cool transition. Ooh, slide. So I just want to say a huge thank you to you for watching this. A big a raising of the glass to you for watching, a raising of the glass to Monkey Pixie for winning the family simile, and a raise of the glass to Holly Eldridge, who emailed me to say that the show was very well presented. I appreciate that, Holly Eldridge, and I hope that you'll come back next week. TB Douglas, also watching and commenting with D. Hopefully you'll get better with the art bet next week, but if not, it's just for fun, so just engage with it and it's all good. So I'm raising my glass to all of you because you're all great, incredible people. As this is the most week show, it's not going to happen every week, but it will be happening next week. So you should look forward to that because it's going to be great, and it's going to be even better working out some of these little technical niggles. These are challenges sent to challenge us, and I overcome challenges like what? So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that I will see you next week on the Most Week Show. I am Notme, I am Art, and I am wishing you a very happy, very creative upcoming week. All the best.
What a great show we all made just now. It was creative, live and divine. You did wonderful work, so go and take a bow. Just a slightly smaller bow than mine. So I'll see you right here next week, same time. What'll happen, gosh, I just don't know. But I can promise you this, I'm going to blow your mind. Next week on the Most Week Show.